Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for watching. Today was a bit of an eventful day. Well, first of all, it's Monday, so that's always a little bit of a struggle. But secondly, excuse me, I've just spent about 3.5 hours in the emergency room because my stepdaughter and our dog at home, they collided in our living room, and our dog basically swept my stepdaughter off her feet, and she fell on her head. So I had to drive her to the emergency room, stay there for about 3.5 hours, only to be told that and I'm gladfully so don't get me wrong, but only to be told that there's no damage. So thankfully, I have been told that, but of course, 3.5 hours in an emergency room, not knowing what's going on, it's a little bit challenging. So I'm glad it's over, and I'm really glad nothing really serious happened, which is very good. But I am in need of a beer today. And you may be wondering, why is there a hedgehog in the video? What is that all about? Well, the beer I'm going to have today is called Ježek. It's from the city of Jihlava, which is in, kind of central, I would say, Czech Republic, from Prague, between Prague and Brno. If you're going on the D1 motorway, you will pass Jihlava at some point. Probably already kind of closer to Brno. And the beer is called Ježek, and Ježek in Czech means hedgehog. And hedgehog is basically the kind of symbol of the city of Jihlava, and obviously the name of the brewery as well. So I have quickly borrowed the hedgehog from my daughter, who is currently sleeping, and she's not missing him too much probably. Just to kind of include him in the video as well, and maybe have a little bit of a guest appearing in one of my videos. So today the hedgehog is the guest of the video. Now, about the beer, it's an 11 degrees pale lager. It comes with 32 IBUs. So, I'm looking forward to a relatively distinct bitterness at the end, which is something that I really need today. Today, I really need to have that kind of beer feeling, and just really get a proper Czech lager with a nice bitterness at the end. And I really hope that this will give it to me. Ježek, the brewery, is now part of the Lobkowicz group of breweries. They have a few under the umbrella. One is this one. Then they also have Černá, Platan. Then the Lobkowicz brewery itself. They also have Klášter and Richter. And I think one more, but I'm not sure which one that might be now. But these, are the ones that are under the umbrella. They used to have Uherský Brod as well, but I think that permanently closed now. I was in Uherský Brod just last week. Oh, sorry, the week before, at the end of the week, when I went to Luhačovice, just to see if I can still get some Uherský Brod beers, but unfortunately, they weren't available. So I need to do a bit of research to see if they just completely shut down the brewery. And I know they moved some kind of parts or some kind of beers from one brewery to another, just kind of moving the location. But I haven't heard that they actually discontinued some of them, which would be quite disappointing, because in a way I liked Uherský Brod beers, so hopefully they didn't completely discontinue them. Hedgehog, I'm sorry. It comes with, now I should have checked that before, now it's a bit too dark. If I'm not completely wrong, it comes with 4.8% alcohol content. That's what I read earlier. But now I kind of lost it and I can't find it on the etiquette now. I will mention it in the description when I upload the video, so apologies for that. But it's an 11 degrees pale lager, so it should be kind of between 4.5 and 4.8, somewhere around there. But I will mention that in the actual description. So let's give this hedgehog There you go. Ah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take the hedgehog out of the video now because he just keeps spawning and I don't want him to get hurt. Ah, it's a beautiful color. It just really looks very, very nice. Absolutely perfect. I mean, this is exactly what I'm looking for, in a Czech beer, and I think I've mentioned this so many times in my videos. I hope you don't get bored of it. But this is really just what I want in a Czech lager. That really nice, deep golden color. And then the thick foamy head, and it just really seems to be staying as well. The foamy head is just absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice. And there is a hop aroma coming from the beer as well. So, after today, I just need to get stuck into this. So, Nasravi. Yeah, very nice beer. Very nice beer. Now, it's not going to be one of my favorites. I already know that. And that's not because this is a bad beer or whatever the case may be. It's because there are just so many great beers in the Czech Republic that, making a list of favorites is kind of difficult anyway. I really do like this beer. I think it's really easy drinkable. It's got a nice hop aroma, but a really distinct hop aroma, which is something that I really like, and it's really what I wanted this evening. And it's got a nice kind of lingering hop bitterness at the end as well. And it's more of a dry hop bitterness, rather than like something that would a bitterness that you feel, but it's just a bitterness. This one is actually dry bitterness that kind of stays with you on your tongue a little bit. As I still speak, I can still feel the bitterness. So something that I really appreciate in this beer. But unfortunately, unfortunately, I shouldn't be using these negative words. There's nothing unfortunate about this beer. It's a great beer. I really like it. But at the same time, what I have noticed is that, although it is not a big brewery, it's still part of a kind of group of breweries. And I do feel that there may be some, industrial brewery taste coming from it. And it's very difficult to explain that. I'm not necessarily getting that little bit of edge that I'm sometimes looking for. And one of the breweries that is part of the Lobkowicz group, Černá, the Černá Ležák, the 12 degrees pale lager, I'm really getting it there. Here I'm not getting it, too much. But again, it's in 11 degrees, so maybe that might be the reason. Probably is one of the reasons. But at the same time, I do feel like that there's something small is missing. But it just maybe my taste. But overall, I have to say I really like this. Despite that there may be something missing, at least in my opinion, it's a really nice beer that I can absolutely recommend. For the simple fact that it's easy to drink, it's got a nice hop aroma from the Zatec hops, and a really nice lingering dry bitterness coming through at the end as well. So very, very nice. Now I have had this from the bottle now, but I do know that when you go to Jihlava, you can get these as unfiltered, and they have different beers there as well. Now Ježek itself, at least in my part of the country, in the kind of northwest, I would only be able to get the Jedenáctka, the 11 degrees pale lager. They do have more types of beer, different types of beers that are available. And when you go to Jihlava, to the city of Jihlava, you will be able to find them there in pubs, and there are some unfiltered as well, at least from what I have seen. I have visited Jihlava once, but I was already a couple of years ago. I went to a football game. It was Jihlava against Dukla Prague. and I stayed overnight with my girlfriend before we went on to Snoimo and Austria the next day. And we did go out in the evening, and we had a walk through the city. Now, we didn't find Ježek back then, but we weren't particularly looking for it either, I think, at the time, because it was already a long day. We just wanted to have a couple of beers, and that was it, and then head back to our hotel. But it's definitely a nice city to visit. I would definitely recommend it. It's a small town. Like it's not full of tourists, which is really good. So if you really want to visit, a kind of typical Czech town, Jihlava, without the kind of tourists and a lot of people around here, Jihlava is a very good place to go to. Because it's got that little bit of historic town center, and it's just a very nice, calm, relaxing place to go to, and you will be able to find the Ježek in in the pubs, in different shapes and forms, and you will find it unfiltered, which I'm sure will add that one part that I was missing today, that little bit of extra edge. But overall, I can definitely recommend this. If you ever come to the Czech Republic, give this a go. Very, very easy to drink, very nice hop aroma, and again, the lingering dry hop bitterness coming through at the end. Overall, I can say I can definitely recommend this beer. Very, very nicely done. If you have had this before, let me know in the comments. If you will have this in the future, let me know as well. I hope you enjoyed the guest appearance of the Hedgehog. I don't actually know what his name is, because my daughter is 8.5 months old, so she hasn't named him yet, but she probably will name him at some point. I hope you enjoyed the guest appearance, and subscribe to my channel for more video reviews from the Czech Republic, and I really hope I will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice evening. Bye bye.